fourth and final part of a look at my TV and film actors and actresses, Book 2. Ahoy hoy everybody, and welcome to the last part of a look at this folder of general film and TV actors and actresses 10x8s. Previous parts on the playlist. Let's get cracking. This is another one I bought from a dealer, and this is Holliday Grainger, who I first saw in, I think it was called Demons, which tried very hard to be a new big sci-fi hit on ITV, and it flopped massively, but she was very good in it. Since then she's done a lot of things, including The Borgias, which is a series I really enjoyed, so I picked that one up cheap from a dealer. This was in person at Bournemouth Film and Comic Con. This is Vernon Wells, and this is him in Mad Max 2. Can't quite see it, I don't think. It's a tomato, you can run but you can't hide. He was very nice, very OTT, larger than life character. Typical brash Aussie, but very nice. Yes, I knew I had him somewhere. So in the last folder, I showed you 3 photos I'd bought from the charity that Katie Sackhoff and Tricia Helfer support, that I'd bought through their website. So I bought them, they arrived, and then about a month later, exactly the same photos arrived again. So these are duplicates. The signatures do vary slightly from the previous ones, so I know they're not just copies. But these are duplicates of those, of Katie Sackhoff and Tricia Helfer. Tricia on her own, and Katie on her own. This was in person at London Film and Comic Con. This is Jeremy Renner. So I first became aware of Jeremy because he was in an episode of Angel. Since then, obviously, he's best known for playing Hawkeye in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He was also in Bourne Legacy. He played the lead in that. Has done lots of other things as well. He was off and on all day, whether he was personalising. He was a Diamond Pass guest. I didn't have a Diamond Pass, so I went through as soon as I could. And at that point, he wasn't personalising, unfortunately. But I really liked this picture and his signature in gold on it. And he was pleasant enough for somebody who was being rushed. This was a pre-order from Sherlock, the Sherlock's event, which was the special Sherlock convention that Showmasters ran for 3 years, I think it was. And Benedict was a guest at, might have been all of them, but at least 2 of them. So not expecting to ever get a chance to meet him, I ordered an autograph from him. As you can see, signed at the top there. So this is a signed DVD cover for the film How to Plan an Orgy in a Small Town. And this was a film that I helped fund through Viagogo, I think it was. Reason being was because Jewel Staite was in it, who plays Keeley in Firefly, and I'm a big fan of hers. So I wanted to support this film. It's not as saucy as it sounds. It's fairly saucy, but there's very little nudity or anything like that in it. But it's a really funny film, very good. And one of the perks was a copy of the film on Blu-ray, and then also that came with this separate signed DVD cover for it. So it's signed by Jeremy Lalonde, who was the director and writer. There's Jewel. Trying to remember who else is in it. That is Lauren Lee Smith. And I've totally forgotten everybody else who's on here. If you're really interested, ask me below and I will provide a list. This is the legendary Adam West, who played Batman in the TV series from 65 to 67, I want to say. He sold signed photos through his website that he would personalise, so I ordered one. Shortly after I ordered this, he was announced for London Film and Comic Con. I thought, oh, that was a waste of money. Unfortunately, a week or 2 before London Film and Comic Con, Adam sadly died. So, it was a good job that I had ordered this. So yeah, really happy to have that in my collection. Same time, I also ordered Julie Newmar, who played Catwoman in said series. To Martin, you're perfect. I can't roll my R's properly. Perfect. It's the best I can do. So yeah, happy to have got that as well. Love that series. This was at London Film and Comic Con. This is Mark Williams. I picked this photo deliberately, so he had a nice big space to sign. So what does he do? He crams it in that little gap and writes on his face. But this is him, obviously, as Arthur Weasley in the Harry Potter films. Obviously, he was in the Fast Show, and he did the We Want to Be Together adverts and all sorts of things as well. But yeah, I was happy to meet him. This I bought from a dealer at London Film and Comic Con. It's a dealer I've bought from before and I'm happy with. Tuppence Middleton, I'm a huge fan of. She's probably in my top 10 actresses. So talented. Sometimes she signs with her by actually writing Tuppence. Sometimes she writes 2p, as in Tuppence for currency. But yeah, happy to have picked that up. Hopefully I'll get to meet her one day. This was at London Film and Comic Con. This is Terence Stamp. This is him as Zod in Superman. A little bit in Superman the movie, but mainly in Superman 2. Huge star from the 60s onwards. He was written about in the film Waterloo Sunset, Terry and Julie. It's him and Julie Christie, that was about. I'm now struggling to think of any other films he's been in. Gangster Number 1 he was in. But in the 60s... No, my mind's gone blank. I'll stick a couple on the screen. But yeah, happy to have met him. This is... it's Petrie. Alistair Petrie. This is him in the episode of Sherlock he did. He's done lots of other bits as well. He was really nice. He'd been busy all morning at the event. And then in the afternoon, obviously everybody, as often happens, everybody who desperately wanted him, you know, the sort of the Sherlock collectors, had been and met him and made sure they got him. So by the afternoon, he was just sat there twiddling his thumb. So I went over and met him and we had a nice chat for about 5 minutes. He was really nice. And continuing from the earlier conversation, Benedict Cumberbatch was at the same event. So he was Diamond Pass. That was a no-brainer for me. I had wanted to meet him a few years previously. I went to see him at the National Theatre in Frankenstein, and I waited at the stage door for about an hour and a half after the show, only to be told that he had guests in and he wouldn't be coming out. So I wanted to meet him and get my programme signed then, but never did. So as soon as he was announced, I snapped up his Diamond Pass. Really happy to have met him. It was a bit of a production line, but he took the time to chat with everybody. He took care over his autograph, even though he wasn't dedicating. And I complimented him on Frankenstein, and he said what an amazing time that was. Yes, really happy to have met him. This is Phil Lamarr. This is him as Marvin in Pulp Fiction, which I've mentioned on a previous instalment. Is my second favourite film ever. Famously, he's the one who's in the backseat of the car and gets his face shot off. He's also very prolific voice actor. He does voices in Futurama and many other things. He was really nice. We had a lovely little chat with him. I met him on a Friday when it was really quiet, so I had a nice chat with him. Same event, I think. Definitely London Comic Con. I think it was the same year. Pamela Anderson, I'm sure you don't need any introduction to. She was okay. She wasn't particularly chatty, but I asked her how she was and she responded. Nice big autograph. Photo shoot with her was funny. She insisted on having a huge great flash right up in your face, one of those big round ones that fit on front of a camera, and it was sort of like that close to your face. And so all the pictures came out really washed out, and loads of people were complaining, but there was nothing they could do about it. It was how she insisted on having them. So I had to tweak with mine in Photoshop, which improved it slightly. Again, I think this is the same London Film and Comic Con. This is Missy Pyle, who was absolutely delightful. This is her in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Eyes on the Prize. She's done lots of other bits as well. But we had a nice chat about Tim Burton, and I was wearing a Prince t-shirt, as I often do. And we had a chat about Prince, and she had a massive queue all day because she was taking time with everyone. And yeah, she was just really lovely. Same, I think, certainly at London Film and Comic Con. It's Benedict Wong. This is him in Doctor Strange, which at the time I hadn't seen, but I wanted to meet him because he's done lots of comedy work with lots of my favourite comedians. He was in the wonderful series 10 Stories High with Sean Locke, who wrote that series as well. He was in Look Around You and the Peter Serafinovich Show, and he's done lots and lots of other bits. And we had a nice chat about his comedy work, which I think he was quite relieved about because everybody was talking to him about Doctor Strange. So yeah, we chatted for about 5 minutes. He was really nice. Definitely the same event as Benny was Tricia Helfer, who I've shown the purchased autographs from, but it was nice to actually meet her. And I explained to her how I'd only recently actually watched Battlestar Galactica and how excellent she was in it, etc. And she put, great to meet you. She was lovely. Same event. This is Sasha Diwan. This is him playing Waris Hussein in An Adventure in Space and Time, which was the docudrama about the creation of Doctor Who that was done for the 50th anniversary, written by Mark Gatiss. And Waris Hussein was the very first director of Doctor Who, and he was, or is, because I think he's still with us, unless he went recently. But he was a gay Asian man, so you can imagine in the early 60s in the BBC, he was a bit of an outsider. But yes, Sasha also was in, he played an assassin in an episode of Sherlock, and we actually chatted about that and the fight scene in the swimming pool. And he was really, really nice. Again, I met him on a Friday when it was very quiet, so we had a nice long chat. There is rumour that he's playing the Master in Doctor Who in the forthcoming series. Whether that is true remains to be seen, but if he does, then he will move into that folder. This is also at London Film and Comic Con. Again, I think the same one. This is Sarah Douglas. Yeah, it was the same one as Terence Stamp, so it must be. These must all be the same one. Yeah, this is Sarah Douglas, who played Ursa in Superman. One of Zod's minions, if you like. She was very nice. Then this was at... was it the last... No. Well, 2019. This was 2018 London Film and Comic Con. I think the others were at 2017. This is Jack. Can't read his signature. Jack O'Halloran, who was the other one of the evil trio in Superman and Superman 2. He was very nice. Yeah, he was meant to be at the previous event, but he had to have surgery, so he had to postpone a year. So they managed to get Sarah Douglas back to be with him, but unfortunately Terence Stamp couldn't reappear, because originally there was going to be a photo shoot with all of them. Also in 2018, James Caan. This is him in Rollerball, which is a magnificent film. He's also in Godfather and lots of other things, including Elf. I was quite lucky meeting him because he was very busy, but I managed to sneak in with a friend who had been allowed to sneak in by one of the crew. He wasn't personalising, but really happy to have met him. This is the lovely Rose Mciver, who's an Australian actress who I'm sort of know through her role in Masters of Sex, which was a drama that I really liked. She's one of the leads in iZombie, which is probably what she's best known for, but she was really lovely. She was giving you the option to choose your pen colour, so I went for purple for the Princely connection, and that led to a conversation about Prince, but she was absolutely gorgeous. Same event, this is David Duchovny, of course best known for being Mulder in The X-Files. It's also created and starred in Californication and so many other things as well. It's quite a quick meeting, but he took the time to say hello and thanked me for coming, which was nice. Same event was Peter Weller, who played Robocop and was in Buckaroo Banzai in the Fifth Dimension and Cat Chaser and lots of things. He, I think I've told this story in my Game of Thrones folder, but whilst I was queuing for the Hound, Rory McCann, who plays for Hound in Game of Thrones, Peter Weller, who was next to him, stood up and started shouting at somebody a long way away for taking photos. So Rory's got up and said, "Yeah, or I'll kill you," and made, I can't remember the exact conversation. I think I recanted it better in the Game of Thrones one. But yes, he was a bit of a grumpy git, Peter Weller, but even he had to laugh at that. But really happy to have met him, because RoboCop is a classic. To Sam Neill, probably best known for Jurassic Park, Riley Ace of Spies, Dead Calm, so many films. Wonderful actor, and he was really nice. Again, it was a rushed meeting. It was getting towards the end of the day, so he was rushing through people, but he took time to personalise and thanked me for coming. This part's a bit longer than the rest, but it's hard to judge on these. I've previously shown a Nicholas Hammond Spider-Man photo. I don't know why I bought this one. I probably forgot I had the Spider-Man one, but this is Nicholas Hammond as Friedrich in Sound of Music, that I bought from a dealer. I also bought Bruce Dickinson. Did I buy these, or did I get them as a bundle somewhere? Oh, yes. Yes, I didn't buy this, that's why. About a year and a bit ago, I bought a job lot of 100 signed photos off eBay, and these are in with that. So this is Bruce Dickinson, and this is a guy who I can't remember, but who was in EastEnders. Charlie Hawkins, who was in EastEnders, that was part of that same bundle. And then tucked in, because I haven't bought a new folder yet for folder 3. These are my ones from London Film and Comic Con this year, so I have shown these previously on my channel. This is Christina Ricci, so in Sleepy Hollow, she was lovely. David Norton from American Werewolf in London, and Carrie Ann Moss, Trinity in the Matrix films. So yeah, that's this folder done. I think I've got a couple, if memory serves, I've got one folder with hardly anything in, which I will briefly show. That'll be a very short video. And then it'll be on to the smaller signed photos, 6x4s, 7x5s, that sort of thing, index cards, etc. Which should take a long time, because there's quite a lot of those in at least 2 folders, I think maybe 3 even. But anyway, yes, enough waffle. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. You can watch You can watch past parts on the playlist. And I'll see you in another video. Thanks. Bye.